Or is it?
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, time is in 3, 2, 1, go.
No! Too late! Zim, what are you doing?
Alright, so I am Nature Blink. I'll be running Deus Ex Human Revolution. And to start off the game, there is a wonderful 5 to 5.5 minute unskippable dialogue. Kind of like,
What did you mean back there, man?
not really a cutscene, but
About
it's
how
just
you found it.
lasts for a while.
It's just my nerves talking.
Megan hype.
There's something I should know about this place, about Sarah.
Megan,
Alright,
Hold on.
we're still getting
So,
biochemical fluctuations across.
this would be a
ocean flows
pretty good
now.
time for donations.
But the increased neural peptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
There's
Alright,
none.
yeah.
I'll double check that.
Alright, so what this cutscene is, it's basically just setting up like the background of the story. You're a you're a security guard named Madam Jensen. This is Megan. And basically you're trying to protect her, but stuff happens, bad stuff happens. And that's this cutscene in a nutshell.
Protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer,
We might get a more accurate reading of the theory. I'll ask David to consider it.
well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
So this game was run in AGDQ 2012 by Carcinogen, and then his time was
Said most of the clients
148, I think.
DOD.
And now after like 2 years, like he played through almost the entire game, and now we skip probably half the game. So now, like an average time is about 106, 107. So like the parts that will be skipped are all of the first time you go to Hangshaw, and then when you go to, or you skip part of the Picus Communications building, and then you skip all of Detroit too. So he had to go through a lot of things, like he had to worry about like finding windmill, like just going through all of those quests in Hangshaw to be able to get into Taiyang. Now we can just use a glitch and get right there right away. And then for Detroit, you used to have to do the social battle with Taggart, and now you meet Taggart once in this game, and he used to be like a major kind of antagonist to the game.
You're right. The teacher would just.
And then there's a new skip found just last week actually, which skips the ending conversation with Hugh Darrow. So now he's kind of in a similar situation with Taggart. You see him like once in the game, and he's like supposed to be one of the biggest characters in the game.
Talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
Oh, I like everyone, don't you, Reed?
Yeah, right.
Alright, so we're about to meet probably the most likable character in this game, Mr. Frank Richard.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to.
If you haven't played this game, you'll quickly understand why he's probably the best character in this game.
My plans.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it, and I fenced in the yard, like you always said you were going to.
Yeah. Never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
And Frank Richard.
Good evening.
Richard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
Look how smug he looks.
I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
You fixed that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did.
Alright, so I'm gonna briefly kind of introduce the
Oh, wait.
like the main glitches that we use throughout the run,
You'd understand.
because it's all based off the same idea.
Be surprised.
It's
Sarah has to see you too.
It's just like a huge kind of glitch with the physics engine. What you can do is you can use an object, usually a box, and you throw it against yourself when your back's against the wall, and the box kind of just pushes you right out of bounds, so you clip through walls pretty easily.
Go right in, Adam.
We'll be doing that around 4 or 5 times,
GPL trackers. It transmits
and a couple more times with other objects that aren't boxes. That look kind of different, but it works the same way pretty much.
Man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner. Senator
Others love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there.
Alright, so we're near the end of this
Big game for us
cutscene.
tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us.
This
to the
is
hill.
David
Federal
Seraph.
Protection Services takes over.
Good, good.
His ending is one of the possible endings that I will choose for this run.
Research. She explained it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible. All those purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural
Oh yeah,
order.
when do you want
All
to
make it
cut off
figure
donations?
out how to
When I hit the final level will be when, Panchea. I'll say when, but it's gonna be when I kind of ride like a rocket.
anything you dare ever do.
It
Okay.
sounds weird, but it's
Yeah.
you'll understand when you see it.
Laboratory subsection 6.
Because it doesn't really change the run until I have to physically go and see Seraph or Taggart.
Use my elevator to get
Right.
down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find.
Alright, and the game finally starts.
Athena, get someone to shut off the damn racket.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Alright. Oh.
Pritchard, where's Megan? She reported in yet?
So the first example of one of these clips I was talking about is gonna show up right around here.
Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get
Instead of a box, I'm gonna use a fire extinguisher, but it works pretty similarly.
Pritchard? Pritchard!
Alright, so I'm just gonna take this fire extinguisher here. I could throw it, but throwing it can make it break sometimes, and it's just not fun. So now I'm here, and nope, messed it up. And now I'm down here. You see that he's supposed to break through that door, but you don't actually hit the trigger, so he just kind of stands there forever. Alright, this next room is one of the times where I can die in the prologue, but it's not really hard, it's just kind of luck. Alright, it's good. I went kind of slower so the door closed, but it's kind of safer if you wait a little bit longer. 'Cause there's a chance that those guards will remain inside the door, and because they'll hear you for some reason, so you have to kind of run past them and make sure they don't shoot at you. And this is the other room that can make me die in prologue. Oops, trying to run.
Yeah, the NPCs in this game are real snipers.
Yeah. There's like a 5%-ish chance where they can headshot you, which is just an instant kill. But it's really only an issue in the prologue, so it's kind of good, but you have to go through the cutscene every time you have to reset, so it's not as good as you might think.
Do we have time to get a roll call from the couch?
I'm Shadow Draft. I'll be commentating.
I'm Yeti.
I am Waffle.
Alright. That's prologue.
On the couch, bro.
Whatever works.
And if you don't know Ice Pluck, then you haven't been here all day.
I'm your donation reader, Wintergreen.
You in the building?
Just enter the
Alright, so this is one of the times in the game where you have to wait for a conversation to end. You just kind of do other stuff while you wait. So I open those doors because I need to go there eventually.
I have to see
It
Pritchard.
doesn't really save time, but it
Something
gives me
wrong with
something
my
to
retinal
do.
enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech
I
lab.
can't talk to him
Make
until
it quick.
I'm done with
People's lives are
Seraph.
at stake.
About time. What happened?
And he'll be stealing a lot of stuff from other NPCs.
Yeah,
You, Francis.
bit of a theft.
Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course.
And this is the last, well now it's the last conversation in the game where you can't just skip through by spamming the spacebar.
But don't worry.
You used to be stuck on the Darrow scene too, but now we skipped that, so this is the last one. So after this, you won't be really seeing the dialogue, I'll just be skipping through it.
Software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Seraph is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
Lucky for you, I'm gonna ignore that comment. We're done here.
Yeah, Frank's kind of a little bit of a meanie. Alright, so now I'm just gonna have to run to the helipad.
Do we have time for some donations?
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Kieran Forrester. Hey guys, I think it's great what you guys do. Keep up the speed and let's make it to 100,000.
I'll brief you as we go.
We have another $10 donation from Andrew Bell. Psychonauts is one of my favorite games, so that speedrun blew my mind. Thanks for all the great work all of you runners are doing to support Doctors Without Borders.
He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked
I kind of
us.
lied. You can't skip through
But
this
he
one,
did
but
know
it's just
exactly
one
how
line.
to get inside our plant.
Alright, so this coming up part, this won't look hard, but I've died so many times here, it's really not funny.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof.
Alright, I got
Nice.
it.
Plant. Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be.
So if you don't grab onto that ladder, you hold the ground and you just die. And you can't quick save yet because you're in a conversation.
So if you're
So it
not
gets
a fan
really
of frontal assault,
annoying
I
if you
suppose
fall
could
and die.
try accessing the building's roof.
Pritchard.
Take this take the concussion for later and shoot that guard.
The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just
Yeah,
past
this
the
new
assembly
stun
lab that
gun
will
is
take
our
you
new
to
best
it.
friend.
Got it.
Oh yeah. Until we get our frag mines, but those come later.
We have a $20 donation from Michael Chase. I had to stay up till 2 in the morning to watch one of my favorite games being speedrun. Shoutouts to all the runners and also Alliance to Fexus.
Someone's changed the protocols.
What? Didn't you plug the...
I'm on it. But until I find this particular breach and fix it, you'll have to hack the door
These
manually.
Cyberboost
Pritchard out.
bars
get
he's
it.
picking up are for later augmentation.
Right. What they do is you eat them and it refills your energy. Alright, so we can get this.
Oh, hey, camera.
No. So if the camera spots you when you're first running through, there's a guard at the end of the hall that will see you, and it's not good. So I might just wait here to be safe. Just wait till it turns a little bit. Alright, that's safe. If I can clip through the air vent that like I tried to do, then the camera is not facing this way. It's kind of facing the way that it was when I waited, and I can just run through easily. But you don't really save time if you don't get it while you have to wait, because I can't open this door until then. Because those rooms serve as like the triggers that load the rest of this level.
We have a $7 donation from Plague Father. Hello SGDQ, Plague Daddy here, showing some love for my buddy and fellow DXHR runner Nature Blink.
Ooh, Plague Father.
Wish I ended up going, but good luck on your run, man, and let the box gods be with you.
Thanks, Plague.
Oh, come on.
Alright, so... So, before the run, I turned off the setting for post-processing, and it's really weird, but when you turn the setting off, the flash, like any concussion or flash grenades, don't actually last as long as they should. They last for a split second, and then they just go away. It allows us to shoot the turret really safely.
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
I mean, I say safely and I die, but
But you were right about
it's
there being
supposed to be
something
safe.
more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy.
Alright, so you'll see this,
Sanders.
what I was talking about the concussion coming up here in a second. I'm going to throw a concussion grenade at 2 guards, and they'll be affected and I won't be, pretty much.
We have a $5 donation from Hanky. Hey Nature Blink, good luck with the run. Hope to see some crazy cloak zero strats. Otherwise, may the box be with you and rummel. Greetings to Shadow Draft and Broman.
Oof.
Yeah. Hanky currently has the record for any percent.
Yeah, for both the regular vanilla version, which is what I'm running, and the Director's Cut, which includes the DLC.
Please don't do zero cloaking strats.
I'm not going to do zero cloak strats. I'm not that crazy.
Not a chance this ends now.
Alright, so
Blood is on
Nice.
Yep, and we're gonna be mean and shoot these SWAT guards too.
Sanders is down for the count. SWAT will want to question him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know a thing. Somebody else.
Yeah, you have to shoot those SWAT guys because their weapons are really valuable. We need the money.
What about the hostages?
I don't really lose time because I have to wait for Sarah to talk. But yeah, I'm gonna use their weapons and sell them later on to buy some Praxis kits. And Praxis kits are what you use, in case you haven't played this game, they're what you use to unlock your augmentations.
New order.
Oh yeah, that's what we're playing on. Give me Deus Ex. Alright, so now we're heading back to our good friend Pritchard. Who, even though we didn't kill anybody, like, he's still gonna be mean to us.
Well, you didn't rescue the hostages.
That's true. But he sarcastically calls us Gandhi because we saved people.
Yeah.
We didn't kill any of the people who were threatening the plant. I don't really get it, but he's a unique person. Now we're heading back up to Seraph, which is where we were at the beginning of the game in the cutscene. And we're just gonna have a nice little chit chat with him.
Yeah.
We have a $30 donation from Peter Preston. Love you all and massive thanks for what you guys are doing. Big shout out to Melbourne Gamers. Big shout outs to all the runners. RIP Sleep.
Alright, so now we're going for a little, kind of new, very old strat, but it's called the old lady skip. So I'm just gonna spam my shoot button and see if I can get this off. Nope. So now, what's supposed to happen is you take out your gun and you fire as the cutscene starts, and what she says is please don't shoot, but then you don't have to do the conversation with her. It's not a big deal at all. It saves like 5 seconds, but it's just fun to have a skip called the old lady skip.
Yeah.
Alright, to pick up this bar here. And now for another one of the meanest people in this game, the guard at the gun store.
Oh god.
We'll see if he's gonna be mean. Because sometimes he likes to stand in the middle of the store and just not move. And nope, he's being nice.
Wow. That was good RNG.
Yeah. Because like
he
doesn't
can
move.
block you for several seconds.
Yeah. He doesn't really move right away. He just kind of like stares at you like, what? You mad that I'm standing here?
Yeah.
You have to like kind of do like crouch jumps, try to like sneak your way through there. It's just really annoying. It looks weird. Looks bad.
Oh, you wanted a good run? Nope.
Nope.
I'm staying here.
And you can't use the other door either, which is kind of weird.
Adam,
Yeah, it's barred, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
good. Right now, I
We'll
want to know
check.
who that corpse
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam. if
Oh
you
yeah,
can't
the
talk
police
your way in,
station.
The
consider
police
making a
station.
strategic retreat. There's got to be another entrance on the side of the building.
So the police station is one of the harder parts of the run, but it all depends on one thing. If you touch a guard, then there's a chance that you won't go hostile inside. But when you leave the building, there's these police guards I'll point out, but they'll go hostile. So you won't know until you finish the police station, but you can't go on because there's just these guards out there, these police officers, waiting there with like shotguns, waiting to kill you.
Yeah, another runner, or rather currently only glitch hunter for this game, Abjam, did some zero cloaking strats for this level, and it's really insane.
Yep.
It's not recommended at all.
Nope. Alright, so I got, whoa, watch out. I got 3 levels of cloak there, because I'm a noob. The extra levels of cloak just let the cloak last longer. In the top left, there's energy bars, which are like their batteries, which are what the protein bars are used to replace.
Boss, I got the neural hub. Looks like it's been modified with some kind of wet drive. Pritchard should have a look at it.
No, don't bring it here. Frank's not finished running his diagnostic, and I don't want to risk connecting any tech to our networks till he's done.
Alright,
Especially
good.
if the tech is
If that guy is
military.
too far back, you have to kind of wait behind him, and it gets really awkward.
I'll have Frank contact you there.
Alright.
Nice.
That guard right there is one of the, like on the way in and the way out is the guard you can bump into, and okay, good. And then these guards out here will become hostile, and you won't really realize it until you leave.
Jensen, I have a message for you from one of your former colleagues.
Well, you
A
didn't get
Detective
trolled station.
Alexander.
Jenny, what did you want?
She said she could use some help if you can make your way over to Grand River Road. And might I
Oh, and
just
you'll see
add,
them kind of
as
spamming the
wonderful as
run
it is
key.
to have you back at the
It's just a little
office,
bit faster
I am
than
not your personal dating
like
service.
running until it's empty and then letting it refill. It just
Oh.
gives you more uptime on your sprint.
You're not using the jumping glitch?
I don't really believe in it. It saves time, but it's like, I just don't like it.
Yeah, over the course of the run, it's like
Where
8
are
seconds.
You, Jensen?
Yeah.
I haven't got all night.
It's one of those things you do once you've already done everything perfectly, and you're just like, well, I need to save 4 seconds
Yeah.
to improve my world record.
Connect the neural hub.
Let's do this then.
Right.
Created a secure
There's a couple
tunnel,
more of those.
and I'll
The
take over
throwing the
Rockford.
fire extinguisher in the
You can access
prologue
my
is one of
personal
those.
computer.
Saves like 3 seconds, but if you mess up, you reset it.
Security protocol.
And then throwing a box later, which I'll point out.
Yeah, throwing objects in this game is really
Let me
dangerous.
guess. You're sending me to Highland Park.
Because they like to break.
Yet. Frank's figured out why the network's been compromised. There's a persistent transmission coming from Derelict Row.
Street gang
Like,
territory?
they can survive
Well,
one
our
or
dead friend was
2
posing as an
drops to
anti-op.
the ground,
Better
but
to hide with than the
other than
deep-road
that,
ballers.
you should be really careful with the boxes.
Right, you see me throw like most boxes, like 1 or 2 times, unless they're reinforced. Or they're the metal ones. It's kind of the it's like the weak-looking cardboard ones you have to watch out for. And the one I'm gonna be using in like 5 to 6 minutes from now is one of those. Now we're gonna head into Derelict Row over here. And then here it's still public territory, so even though they're your enemies, they won't go hostile. They'll just be kind of mad at you. They'll threaten you, but they don't actually do anything. But here
You know why I'm
is
contacting
when
you.
they will.
The transmission that's making a mockery of your security
So we have to use
efforts?
some cloak.
It's keeping a back door open into our network. None of us are secure unless you find the antenna that's sending it and shut it down.
But cloak makes this game,
Anything.
or at least like this part, pretty easy. As long as you know when to use your cloak wisely. Alright, we're gonna grab a pistol and 2 frag grenades for later on in the run. If I can grab it. We'll use the pistol in the next part, at the start of it, and then we'll use the frag grenades near the end for the boss. First I steal their candy, because gangsters don't really need candy.
We have a $20 donation from Mike Egan. Deus Ex back-to-back with Sly Cooper. Thanks for running these great games. Good luck.
Alright, so now we have to go pretty slowly. You have to crouch, and then toggle walk. It lets you sneak up on these mines and take them. And these are the frag mines I was talking about that just completely destroy bosses.
Yeah, these mines are really important. They'll be used for 1 or 2 boss quick kills, I think.
2.
2.
Boss, is that back door still open?
Do a little Jensen dance.
Jensen
Good job.
dance. Yes.
Frank just sent me the all clear. Now it's time to find the bastards who attacked us. Farida, are you standing by?
On the line, boss.
I'm gonna
Jensen,
reload
you reading
here.
me?
Loud and clear.
Stay close
Which
to
is the
the antenna.
mines.
Pritchard
So
sent me
this
the
is another
coordinates for it.
example
I'm
where
gonna
you have
pick you
to
up.
wait for the dialogue to finish.
Yeah. Once the dialogue finishes, the helicopter starts to land.
Yeah, at least this isn't Invisible War where the helicopter can despawn.
Yeah. So once it lands, you leave.
Mr. Jensen, your limo has arrived. You ready to leave?
Yeah, let's go.
Great. Detroit local. This is Seraph Industries Bravo Echo Echo 008. Continuing on.
And now-
Also,
oh,
fun
sorry.
fact, all those hostile guys didn't see that helicopter landing.
Yeah, they just ignored it. And the 2 guards that were up there kind of just left.
Coordinates on this factory yet?
I was only able to pinpoint
Alright,
the
so-
approximate area, Jensen. So scout
I'm gonna shoot out this window before I trigger a cutscene because the guards aren't actually spawned yet. So there's nobody that will go hostile. Unlike right now, which there are.
Now.
Why? What's going on?
They're here. The mercs who killed
This is the box I was talking about. You can throw it through the window that you just broke through, but if you miss, the guards will hear you and then your box can break. It saves like 5 seconds because you can run a little quicker without holding on to the box, but it's really not like a big deal because it would be right up here.
We have a $35 donation from Lagnarek. Hey guys, y'all are awesome. Thanks for doing that for us, viewers, and for the good cause. You're enjoying my day at work here in France.
Alright, so we have another box clip here with actual boxes. How long this one takes me to get. But basically I'm just throwing the box against me, and if I get it right and the box is parallel with the wall, then it should push me through.
And what you saw just there at the last clip attempt, he clipped into the wall a little bit, and if you crouch, you like fall through the world.
Yeah, it's really dangerous to crouch, which is why I kind of waited before I did it.
So these clips
I
are
think that
not
happened.
that safe.
No. There we go, finally got that.
Nice.
Thank you, Based Box Strats.
Yeah, box strats are awesome.
Yeah, the box completely carries you through this game. Alright, now I'm going to pick up some money because we're waiting for the elevator to come up.
We have a $5 donation from Cranky Pancake. Cranky Pancake here. Had to stay up for one of my favorite games ever. Shoutouts to Plague and Heinke for helping me learn the game. Save Malik.
Alright, so if you've played this game before, you'll know this is the elevator you're supposed to take up after you beat the boss to return you to the helipad where Malik gets you. But because we glitched through the wall and we activated the the elevator button, we're able to just write it down to the boss room. Although not quite, as you'll see, we need to do another box clip.
We have a $20 donation from Robert L. Love that you're doing this and such a deserving organization to receive the donations. Good comments.
Scary boss music.
Yeah. The game kind of thinks you're in the boss battle now. Because you're basically in his arena, as you'll see in a second. And this box clip is probably the hardest one in the game, because there's like a very precise point you have to be in. As you see, like I'm getting like 85% through, but it's like not enough for just this part. There we go. Now I'm gonna collect some stuff here, need later. A frag and my second DMP grenade. And now those mines we got, we're gonna throw 2 down here. Right there is where the boss spawns. And now we trigger the boss. You'll see the floor isn't actually rendered in yet. We don't really understand why that is, but
yeah,
I'm guessing it's just that the trigger for loading the floor is different than loading the rest of the room.
And that was a boss.
Yeah, that was a boss fight. All the bosses in this game will die to 5 either frag grenades or frag mines. So by doing these 2 box clips, we skip through the outside of this park area and the actual FEMA factory that's down below. And this is kind of one of the first major deviations from Carcinogen's run a couple years ago, was that we didn't know about how the boxes and collision worked. So he went through the factory and snuck through. We're going to trigger the helicopter,
Yeah.
but it takes a little time, so we're going to jump in here and take this candy bar. Alright, so now we get the speedrun augment, we get the faster sprint augment, and the higher jump.
I'd love to, Francis, but I have to debrief Sarah first.
So like the big plus side for doing 1 cloak or 0 cloak is that you're able to get the sprint augment faster. So when you're running through Detroit earlier on, you run faster, so it takes less time. But the trade-off is that you only have 1 cloak, or 0 cloak, and so the police station is much more dangerous. And this is Taggart. And that is all you'll see from this game, pretty much.
Except if you're donating for his ending.
Right. You donate for him, we see him in the final level when we go meet him and quote-unquote save him. But saving him just consists of you going down to where they're hiding, talking to them, and leaving.
I told you.
Currently, the bid war is at $299 for Seraph ending, $174 for self-destruct, and only $32 for Taggart.
I just enjoy keeping you on edge.
10 minutes, Jensen. Make it snappy.
Alright, so now we head into our office because we need to talk to Mr. Frank Richard. But we don't really care about what he says or the side quest he tries to start, so we just leave.
Hey.
So from now on, we're going to be doing a lot less of the game and a lot more skips. Like, to put it into perspective, like, this is close to, like, the halfway point of the run, but this is, like, supposed to be, like, a quarter of the way through the game. So right now, you're supposed to have to find Tong, talk to him, then find this guy named, I think his codename's Windmill, and talk to him, and these guys called Bell Tower, which you never really see in the speedrun. Like, kind of, chase after you. That's unfortunate.
Huh? Where did it go?
I fell down. We're going to be using this box for another clip, and there's no boxes down there, so we have to throw one over. But there's a lot of junk up there, so it can get caught or bounce back. So you're supposed to have to find a key card, I think, to unlock this door, and you'll get through after you're finished with Hank Shaw. But we can just use box clips and get through the door eventually.
We have a $35 donation from Wolfgang. Love the stream. Looking forward to all the other great runs yet to come. This goes towards the Seraph ending and playing as Carrie in Castlevania 64.
Damn it, box.
Yeah.
We have a $10 donation from AppJim. AppJim here. Best of luck with the run, Nature. Yarrow skip hype. Box strats are great for donation reading.
Thank you, AppJim.
Yeah, thank you, APJ. I said that the earlier one is the hardest, but for me, this one and one later, which is just like it, are the hardest for me. I don't know what it is, but it's just like you have like those, like the cube-shaped boxes, and you're just going up against like a regular wall. It's just, I just never get them. But hopefully I'll get the next one. That's later on.
Malik,
Alright, so
Richard yet?
I'm right here,
I'll take the safety
staring
bar.
at a blueprint of the Tai Yong Medical Building.
Great. I need access to a security terminal in the Upper City Tower.
So that one skip that took me like a minute to do, which is pretty slow for our standards, ends up skipping like 15 minutes of the speedrun. So we'll save this guy because we're nice, but
There's also another reason to save that guy. You need to get a specific amount of experience to unlock some more prax points. And yeah, basically not killing people gives you more experience, and Ghost is another one that gives a lot of experience.
Ghost is when you don't get detected at all. But while those give you more, as it turns out, skipping large parts of the game means you're a bit
Security features I
underleveled.
should know about ahead?
Nothing too taxing, I suspect. The Pangus used mostly for maintenance and storage.
By the way, what's the worst part for vanilla percent?
What's the worst part for what?
For vanilla.
I would say probably the FEMA factory, which is the first boss we did. Because those two clips are probably two of the harder ones, and then because you use 3 grenades on Barrett, there's a chance that if you throw them like off timing, a grenade blast will kind of push and move over another grenade, so that you won't be able to kill him with the grenades you have, and you have to reload. However, the next boss, I use 5 mines, so I don't have to worry about that at all. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. 5 mines versus 4 mines, 1 grenade.
We have a $15 donation from Biff. Hi everyone, I'm glad to be here for another SGDQ. Your logistics is really impressive. Thanks to everyone who participated in this amazing event from far and near. We support you from the French Restream. Thanks to Mr. MV and the whole team who deal with this restream. I would like to put this donation to rename Yoshi as Muxie and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Thank you for your devotion.
We've been getting a lot of complaints about the temperature in the data flow.
Alright, so there's no really skips in this part, just using Cloak to basically just skip through most of it. Because you can go through the lasers when you're cloaked and they don't go off. And we don't use Cloak for these lasers because I don't really care if they go off as long as they don't go off right away. Because when they go off, the bot comes out and so do these guards. But they'll basically never even shoot at you, so as long as they don't go hot, as long as you don't set them off right away, you're always fine.
Boss, did you get that?
I heard. I just...
Megan and the others. They're alive.
Mess it up there. If you touch the lasers, the alarm goes off, and you can turn off the alarm, but the guards are just in a weird position.
I heard. I just...
Megan and the others. They're alive.
We've got to stay focused.
Nice.
Zawa's a residence at the top of the tower. It's off limits to everyone except her and her guards. Now get up there and find out what she knows.
We're just gonna cloak through these idiots. We don't realize why there's like a door opening, and nobody's there. And by the time they realize it's too late.
The AI in this game is really good.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Alright, and this is one of the longer elevators, so if you have donations, now's a good time.
We have a $123 donation from Esco. Great games, great people, keep on playing. Greetings from Finland. Very straight and to the point.
If you haven't noticed now, you will later, but there's a lot of elevators in this game. It's what they use to like load the next area, since it's like partially open world, like hub based, but so this is pretty much just like a giant loading screen and like hype builder for this next part.
It's well concealed.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're in like in the penthouse of a lady that we haven't met yet. We'll meet her again later, but
Adam, what the hell did you do? The entire building's on alert.
Panic room. She's got a goddamn panic room.
Yeah, well, so do I. Forget about her right now.
Alright.
Best guards.
yeah,
Oh,
if you
hey.
touch them, then they should go hostile. And there's usually 1 or 2 guards who wait in that last room, so if you go hostile, they will shoot at you, and luckily for us, they're the ones with the shotgun, so they will one-shot you. Alright, so coming up, we have... This is kind of like a mini-boss almost, but you can just use 2 EMP grenades, and you'll just kill them.
Yeah. Those
Wow.
bots don't like EMPs.
No, they don't. Alright, so this is another time you have to wait. You have to wait for the helicopter to land. While we do that, we're going to take this, the jar of energy, and run over here and take the grenade.
Jensen, time to hightail it back to Detroit. Get in.
We're not going to Detroit.
What?
We're going to Montreal. I'll explain en route.
Damn right you will.
So this is another skip that's been discovered since Carcinogen's run. It's not that big. It saves about 3 minutes in the speed run. So you can jump on this and then
Nice
fall.
first try.
Yeah, I got it.
If it's not too
But I
much
can't
trouble.
force myself. But believe it or not, this is actually out of bounds. It really doesn't look like it, but
Yeah,
it
first.
is.
Tower, room 404.
Alright,
On
so
my way.
jump down. We're falling out of bounds, and we'll land on the funicular. Sadly, you can't just land in it and then start going, but we're able to skip through all the part with finding Eliza Kazan's office.
They'll be converging on your position, and the funicular will
The
take
funicular is a
some time
timed
to get
event.
there.
It's,
It is a
I
high-speed
think it's
elevator.
2 minutes.
Not to worry. I'm sure your
Oh,
new
you're not
friends will
putting
make
up
the
a
way
box?
interesting.
No.
I'll keep you up to date on his progress.
I use the
Thanks for nothing.
older strats for this,
Oh, okay.
which are riskier. I really shouldn't, but
Yeah.
it worked out for me this time. Sometimes when you cloak in that room and try to shoot that guard, the other guards will either hear you shooting him, or that one guard won't leave. He'll hear you when you're cloaked. And bad stuff happens if you go hostile here.
Jensen, I've been tracking your progress through the 3D layer.
You ever seen me try to
You're
race
close
this
to the
game and
funicular.
go hostile
Any
there
chance it's
and
sitting
lose like
there
5-10 minutes, or just
Where
get
would
stuck
the
in
fun be
general?
in that?
You'll understand
You'll
why.
have to call it and wait. Oh, and Jensen, when you do, they're going
So
to
because
know
it's a
where
timed
you
event,
are.
we can't really do anything yet, and I haven't gone in here yet. We're gonna take the
The
darts
funicular is halfway there, Jensen.
and take the bar. So we go back and gather some EXP that we kind of missed by skipping the area, but we just hit the trigger for it and we get it without really doing anything. So we shoot that guard here. And just run through these guards. Well, that was close. So as long as I'm not really unlucky, they won't come over here. And I can just wait behind this box until the funicular's arrived. If I'm unlucky, I just have to go under there, though. So it's not really a huge deal.
So there's a backup strat.
Fillmore Jensen dance.
Hey, where's that guy going? Goodbye, guard.
Oh. Normally I cloak and run into the thing just to be safe, but he left, so I really don't even have to.
Your ride is there, Jensen.
I guess they found the other guard.
Probably.
Jensen,
Alright, so while I'm in here, I'm going to pick up 2 augments from my inventory and combine the mine template with my frag grenade.
I'm beginning to think that not everything is what it appears to be.
Now I've got 5
Specifications.
frag mines
Give you that idea.
instead of 4 frag mines and
Subjects
and a frag
the
grenade.
fact that a 24-hour news network has been cleared of all workers.
What this is it's just safer for the next boss
Spare me
coming
the
up.
sarcasm. I'm talking
There's no
about how
chance
these
for one of
seeds
your
been
blasts to
bypassed the
move the
firewall
grenade so it
and
doesn't hit the
access
boss,
systems.
and like you
At
can't
least
miss it.
parts of them.
It's just overall safer, and it only costs
I mean,
you
I
like
feel
3
as if
seconds
I've
to
been
do.
directed to some areas of the network and kept away
And
from
this would be another
others.
time for donations.
Only no security system. I know
Oh,
I can do
let's
that
get
on
through
the
some
road.
shout-outs.
Figure it out later.
This
Reggie.
is Summer Games
I'm gonna
Done
catch
Quick.
Miss Kazan in action.
We're raising money for
Accurate
Doctors Without
destination
Borders.
with the secret
Doctors
layer.
Without Borders is an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Today, Doctors Without Borders provides independent, impartial assistance in more than 60 countries to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. In 1999, Doctors Without Borders received the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts. Summer Games Done Quick is hosted by Speed Demo Archive. the premier community for video game speedruns, completing games as quickly as possible through extensive planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and glitches. Also hosted by Speedruns Live, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. Be sure to come to speedrunslive.com for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams.
Alright, so we're gassing those guards so we can do a clip up here. Now there's no way to bother us.
Ooh.
Oh, that's...
Uh-oh.
Alright. So if I would have crouched there, there's a good chance I would have just fallen through the map.
So the path that we take at the end of this game is determined by bids. And currently, Seraph is in the lead with $299.
Right.
Self-Destruct is second with $174. Taggart is third with $32. And Darrow is fourth with a measly $5.
No love for Darrow.
No love for Darrow.
I don't love him either, though. Alright, so I took too long in that last time, so the guards upstairs ended up coming. There we go, finally.
There we go. Nope.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
So that skips through wandering through the basements a bit. So I'm gonna throw 2 mines, run out of the way, then quickly throw the 3. They all blow up, and she didn't die. Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm guessing one of the first ones was off and it missed. But
oh no.
a little mark. Alright, so that's why a quick save here is because this autosave can be bad at times. As you see, it kind of saves like right when I'm throwing the mine. There we go.
Nice.
So we're gonna run through here a little bit, then turn back. That triggers the helicopter to come down, but you can't interact with it right away. So we use this time to pick up some items for the rest of the run. You only need the 2 the cyber boost things by picking up the Typhoon to show off a little time saver. As you see, I had to wait for the elevator.
Just
Or
contacted
it.
me
To wait for the helicopter to be interactable.
You ready to go?
Yeah, take us home, Alec.
Amen to that.
Alright, so this next part is probably the weirdest outcome with the glitch in the game. The glitch itself isn't weird, but what it does when you go through, after you do it, you go into the Seraph building, and it basically just takes you to the end of the chapter. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go into your apartment, talk to Seraph, and do other things. And then at the endish, you go back to your apartment, and you go to the helipad, and the Malik takes you, and you go to Seraph. But we don't do that. Instead, we go to Seraph a different way, but the outcome's the same. It'll make more sense once we get there, and I'll explain it more then.
The footage sparking the riots appears to show
So it's gonna be. Oh,
that's a
sorry.
barricade skip, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, they make it very obvious you're not supposed to go there. They make a huge, giant, like a metal barricade, and it just blocks your way. But thankfully, we can go around it. Sadly, we have no time for basketball today.
We have a $20 donation from Arton. Thanks for hosting such an awesome event for such a wonderful cause.
You okay, sweetheart?
This is a reinforced box, like I mentioned earlier. You can throw this one around pretty much as you want, and it's not going to break. The yellow bar that you'll see for a little, like a split second, is its health, and you'll see it basically just stays at full.
This box is going places.
It is, right here. So what this is going to skip is it's going to skip the social battle with the Taggart, and then going into the sewers to find his assistant. All right, got that second try.
Nice. That's actually really difficult.
Yeah, because there's only a very small part behind me where I clip into that's solid. If I go too far back, then I fall out of bounds, and I keep on falling until I die. So I entered Seraph Building, and you're not supposed to be able to enter it until the end of this chapter. So I enter it from here, but the trigger is that anytime you enter Seraph's Building, it takes you up to here. So this is the part I was mentioning before, like when you finish with the level, and Malik uses her helicopter and she drives you over here, you talk to the boss, and then you leave.
It's a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, not bad. Everything except for the box clips have been pretty good.
Yeah, and that one mine being a huge troll.
Yeah. Alright. So we can just skip that and run back in the elevator. That cutscene's another appearance by Mr. Darrow, but we skip it, so it's another time where we don't see him. Alright, so Malik has been great to us all game. She's ferried us around places, she's come to save us. She's always there when we need her. And then the one time where she needs us, we're gonna cloak and run right past and not help her. It's a cruel game. Cruel life.
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need
So you get shot down by the bell tower guards I mentioned earlier. But we can't really save her. So
Don't be a sitting duck.
we run past.
You out of here yet, spy boy?
Malik?
Just find Vasily.
And then because we didn't save her, the game forces us to watch her die.
Bye-bye, asshole!
Go to hell.
And he's dead.
Farida!
No.
No, Malik. Poor Malik.
Actually, on the first day, there was a donation for you to rescue her.
Yeah, I saw that. You can rescue her
But
easier.
that setup is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Bastards ambushed.
It's something I would never do in a marathon because it's really hard. It's pretty RNG. And you have to go out of the way to pick up stuff to do
I
it.
know you might want to get even, but if
It's
they
another
see
strat that Abjam found.
Yeah.
So
it might be
don't
better
do
to
that.
stay out of their way.
So I had to wait there to be able to open the door. But basically, you just look around, you take extra gas grenades, and you throw them, and you hope you get all the guards before they kill her. That's basically how you save her in a nutshell. But remember, we're on the hardest difficulty, and just running through the gunfire without them actually firing at me, I lost like a decent chunk of health. So imagine when you have like those 7 guys all shooting right at you. It
And
gets pretty
remember,
hard.
they are snipers.
Yeah, so there's still the chance that they can just headshot you and kill you in one
I'm running a
bullet.
few more tests, but since I can't exactly run them on you, and we
So
don't
this guy
know
likes to
what's
stop
happening,
us
you might not
because
want to
we're
wait.
wanted, so we just cloak and run right
Up
past
to
him.
you.
By these guys who are not doing their job very well. Like, I'm able to run past them without cloaking. And there's like, yeah, what? What? Silly bell tower.
Mr. Jensen.
And because we don't like Darrow that much at all, we're just gonna cut off this conversation, so.
Me of your cooperation and
And he's done talking. So we're not actually doing any skips here, really. It's a case where we already know where to go, and we're just gonna be able to do it really quickly. You're supposed to follow the GPL thing that Pritchard mentions at the beginning of the game and throughout the game to find one of the scientists that got captured at the beginning of the game, which you don't even really know this because we skipped through a lot of the cutscenes, but he's here and he's dead. So instead of having to look for him, we know where he is, so we're just gonna go right there. And we're gonna meet a guy who we should have met much earlier in Hangshaw 1, which is the first time we're in Hangshaw, Mr. Tong.
That
Yeah,
twitching.
He talks a lot. And we pick up the laser rifle, but that's not for much later. Alright, so you see occasionally there's little glitches in my UI. That's part of the story. So there's a side quest that says to get your like the chip that's in your head. That's it works with basically the HUD that your main character has to get it fixed, but you don't want to do it. One, because it takes time in a speedrun, which we don't like. But two, it makes the next boss much harder because it disables your augments if you get the fix. So we're just gonna jump up here, crouch, and cloak past the guards.
Actually, this next boss fight is really dangerous.
Tom,
It's
how did you get this?
if I get
frequency?
unlucky, it gets embarrassing almost. But
Yeah.
You're going to plant that package in Administrator Wang's office. Put it on
you see like me spamming a number, it's not me doing that. There's a glitch where it'll multiply the first input you put into the keypad. So you just have to kind of, if you don't notice it, you just put in the wrong code and try again.
But you only got one shot. No turning back once you trigger that thing. You get me?
I got you. Only set it if I'm ready to go.
I'm amazed that you don't have any notes on you.
Yeah, I thought I would need them, but I was able to memorize them. After doing it a while, you just know them. There's only two codes that get confusing. And so the two that start with the 4s,
Something's wrong.
the 4589 and like
I pinged you,
4865.
And a second later, I lost your GPL signal. It's like you disappeared into a black hole.
Gotta be a gem.
Alright, so we're just gonna flick through these guys.
If you can find the transmitter and take it offline, I'll be able to track you.
Yeah. These guards are not good with their job. They're like,
But more important,
like I'm going visible again. They just don't see me.
if Megan and her team are
I'm
here,
uncloaking here. If they catch me, they'll go hostile, but it resets here anyways because it's like, it's too far away. They don't want to work that hard for me, so they just stop. Alright, so we're gonna take this box over here. But now you can probably guess what we're gonna do with this box. We're gonna make magic happen and skip the Omega Ranch part of this level. So this is the other one I was talking about that's similar to the earlier box up in Hangshaw. You have to make sure the box is parallel with you or else it'll push you slightly to the left or slightly to the right, like you see there. I get pushed to the right. Same there.
Oh,
Yeah.
not inside the box.
No. There we go.
Nice.
And now we're taking the elevator down to the boss. So another one of the scientists that got kidnapped is in the building that we skipped, but who cares about her? She's not Megan, so I don't really care. And Namir. Let's see if he's gonna be nice. I'll explain what him being nice means in a second. Alright, he's nice. So you're not supposed to be able to use a takedown on a boss, but when he goes over the ledge, you're able to use it on him. So as long as he behaves and he goes over the ledge right away, then you can just do a quick takedown and he just gets killed instantly.
That kill is so glorious.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Megan's alive and she's there, but
Yeah.
he'll talk to us in a second.
It's pretty sad that you skip him in Director's Cut.
Yeah. In Director's Cut, they fixed the takedown glitch, so you can't kill him with it. So So you do a Typhoon glitch, which is what I grabbed the Typhoon ammo for, to show you a small one. And you just go out of bounds and you bypass it. And you find the door that we opened to go to Megan's room out of bounds, and you just enter it and it loads the rest of the map. What a Typhoon glitch is you're basically using the Typhoon ability, and it kind of like pushes you up and out, so you can use it to go out of bounds or go up stuff.
You have to go to Panchea and stop Hugh.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know how it looks, but you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the
Alright, we have to wait here before we can activate the button.
creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchea. Good luck, Adam.
Alright, start the countdown.
Systems online. Darrow sequence 1, code 1, 1A, preset and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination Panchea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Right, we're gonna take a trip to the moon, so
0, 0. Confirm 0. Countdown
let's go.
commencing.
That's not how you board a shuttle.
It is Graham Jensen. Alright, so this is the final level, so I need to know the results of the bid war for the end.
Final results are Seraph with $299.
Barely. I've reached Panchea.
Seraph it is.
Alright, Seraph.
Sarah for the UN delegates.
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after.
It's kind of fitting. He's the only one out of the 3 people that you really get to meet and talk to, so it's pretty fitting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shoot
So,
them
just
down.
quickly explaining, the 4 endings are basically one self-destruct, so that nobody really knows what happened, and they get to interpret. You have Darrow, who wants to say that, like, he wants to use this as a warning that augmentations are scary. You have Taggart, who wants to use this to kind of frame the pro-augmentation people, so that, like, there are stricter regulations on, like, the medicine that goes with it. And Seraph wants to blame the Purity First guys, which are the guys in the manufacturing plant, which is the first level. And he wants to blame them so people start, like, they kind of become on his side.
Pritchard,
So,
Panchea's broadcast
this is the pro-augmentation ending.
bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
And we start out those so that we can, 1, quickly get to this elevator, and then 2, we can quickly go over to the other side and leave this place. Alright, so coming up we have a pretty pointless Typhoon clip, but because there's no more Typhoon clips in the run, because this isn't director's cut, and doing the box clip is better than the Typhoon clip for Namir, because you can still do the Typhoon clip that director's cut uses, it's just harder and like just dangerous to do. So I'm gonna take Typhoon, move back here. This will look really weird, but it'll make sense in a second. So look where I am now, and hopefully I'm now upstairs. It saves like 10 seconds maybe, and you're now in the range of the turret, so it can shoot at you if you're unlucky. But it's pretty cool. Alright, so now we're gonna do the new glitch, the skip Darrow clip.
Nice.
So you just go here. I gotta spam my Typhoon and spam quick save. So we're gonna basically trigger the conversation and then just skip it.
Come on. This is a really perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. First try.
The lockdown's disengaged.
Awesome.
So that skips a not 5 minute, like a 4-minute-ish mandatory conversation with Darrow, where he kind of just like criticizes you, says you're stupid, you don't understand his plan.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
So just doing that cuts off a solid 3 to 4 minutes. And the conversation with him is RNG, so sometimes your responses are good, sometimes they're bad. So we have to get the Casey augment so we can always fail it, because whether you fail it or not, it's the same outcome. And it's quicker to fail it, but it just saves time overall. And now we get to save the 2 augmentation points. So this is why we opened up the windows over here. You can just go through, jump.
Oh, hey, hello.
Hello. This is why we get. Hold on. This is kind of.
What?
That's weird. Am I cloaked? Who cares? Okay, I died.
Wow.
That's incredibly unlucky. load later save.
I've never seen that happen before.
It basically never happens. Thankfully, there's an autosave here, but because I missed the first jump, they got here a little bit faster. I'm guessing just the RNG to their like pro troll pattern, they were kind of closer than they normally are. So
Yeah.
a mix of a lot of bad RNG and me messing up a pretty easy jump. All right, so this is Taggart, but we don't like him, so we're not going to save him. So we're trying to fall over here so we can avoid the crazies. And the crazies are people who kind of went insane when you Darrow like overstimulates a certain part of the augments, and it's like driving the people insane. Megan talks about it briefly in the one dialogue part where we kind of waited for the shuttle. Alright, so this is Seraph. Actually, we're going to do this a different way. So, we're going to take the silo. What this taking the silo means is that we have to wait for the elevator, but overall it's safer, so I'm going to do this. We need to stun these crazies down here. It isn't permanent, so I need to kind of move quickly. And we're going to go through this event. And this event takes us right to Seraph. And the only way back up is the elevator that I was going to use to come down. And you have to wait for it to come down, but you can wait safely, and it's pretty much just quicker and safer to do it this way. And you'll see why it's safer in a second. So we can't really go back up the silo, we just dropped like 50 feet down. So instead, we have to pretty much become Batman and just climb on like the roof, on the pipes and ceiling. So cloak and run. Alright. And a bit of a waiting game now, because the elevators actually work like elevators, and so because it's waiting for us up there, we have to wait for it to come down. And then ride it back up. But by talking to Seraph, it unlocks the ending, so that when we go to after we kill the final boss, we go into the final room, his button is now unlocked. So there's going to be 3 potential buttons, and then 1 to the side. Darrow's is always unlocked, and you have to go talk to Seraph or Taggart to unlock theirs. And then there's a self-destruct button to the side that's always unlocked too. So you have to go through, wash apart, and find Seraph and Taggart in order to unlock their endings.
We have a $20 donation from Greg H. Keep up the good work, you guys. Watching you play through these games is amazing. $10 to the Pokemon Red versus Pokemon Gold, and $10 to whatever the runner would like.
So same rule as when we were running past those armed guards in the penthouse. You touch them, they'll go hostile even though you're cloaked. You have to kind of jump and run your way through there without touching them, hopefully. And the last elevator of the game. However, like I said earlier, the elevators are used as loading screens, and so to kind of poke fun at that, they even say loading on the elevator. So this is going to load the final boss's arena and herself. Now the final boss really doesn't make sense because we never see her, but it's the woman whose penthouse we went into and who called the guards on us. It's like she ends up getting hooked into a machine and we kill her very quickly. So normally this last boss is pretty hard. You have to worry about some robots and stuff, turrets. Just overall it's pretty hectic, but I don't think the game realized that her health is less than the damage a laser rifle has. So it's actually really, really easy.
Yeah, the laser rifle is carrying this last boss fight.
Yeah. It makes the last boss, instead of the hardest boss, it makes her the easiest. And you'll see why in a second. So just take it out and open the door. Zoom in and shoot at her. It's really hard gaming, guys, trust me. I feel so skilled. And she's dead. Alright, time's gonna be coming up soon here.
Good boss fight, 10 out of 10.
Yep. There's Eliza Kazan, which she's referenced, but she's never really talked about in Seraph.
If you do this, the focus of hatred may shift to those
So
responsible for
this is Darrow's ending, this is Seraph's, that's Taggart's, and I'll show you the self-destruct.
experiment with human evolution. Are you
That's
sure
self-destruct.
this is your choice?
Yes.
So be it then.
Alright, that's time.
Time?
Time. Alright.
Nice. That's pretty good. Good job, dude.